Hello, I am currently sitting in a 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander Limited, and I'm going to run through all the buttons for you. If you find this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Starting in the middle with the shifter, if you pull it back into reverse, it will bring up the backup camera and the 360 camera so you can see all the way around the vehicle. Then you have neutral, drive, and if you go over to the left, you can shift through the gears manually. Below that, this vehicle does have an electronic park brake. So every time you put the vehicle in park, it automatically engages the park brake, and when you take it out of park, it automatically disengages the park brake. Next to that, you have a hold mode. So if you turn that on, you'll see a green hold light in the bottom right corner of the dash. Then if you put the vehicle in drive, you'll see an orange one next to it. You can actually take your foot off the brake while the vehicle's in drive and it won't go anywhere. Say you're sitting in a drive-through and you get tired of holding your foot on the brake, it'll hold it for you. Then when you're ready to move forward a spot, you just tap the gas pedal, it releases, you can move forward, push down hard on the brake, and it'll activate again. Behind that, this vehicle does have stop-start technology, so when you stop at a stoplight and put your foot on the brake, it will shut down the engine, and then when you let off the brake, the engine will start, and it'll be ready to go. If you don't like that feature, you can turn it off right there. This will turn off traction control. Normally, you'd want to leave this on, but if you were stuck in some snow or mud and you wanted to spin the tires to try to get out, you can turn that off right there. This vehicle is all-wheel drive, so it's front-wheel drive most of the time. If the front wheels slip at all, it kicks in the back wheels automatically. It does have a mud and sand and a rock and dirt mode, which will change the transmission and four-wheel drive system for those conditions. And then you do have a couple different drive modes, Eco, Normal, and Sport. Eco is going to try to make it as fuel efficient as possible, shift a little sooner. Sport is going to try to give you all the power that it can, and then Normal is just normal driving. Over here you do have a snow mode, which will give it a heads up for snow and ice conditions. Then you have like a downhill descent control. So if you're going down big hills or mountains, you can activate this, and it'll use the transmission to kind of slow the vehicle down so you don't have to wear on the brakes as much. In front of the shifter, you have the start button for the vehicle. Down here you do have a wireless phone charger, a couple USB-C charging ports. This is a little camera that says view. If you push it, it'll do a 360-degree walk around so you can see if there's anything around the vehicle. Then above that, you do have the hazards for the vehicle. This vehicle does have 3-zone auto climate control. This left dial will change the driver's side temperature. The auto button is like a thermostat for your car, so if it's on auto 70 and it's hot out, it'll cool it down to 70, and if it's cold out, it'll heat it up to 70. This will turn the climate control off. This vehicle does have like a heating pad underneath the windshield wipers, so in the wintertime you can heat the wipers up so they don't freeze to the windshield as easily. This will do front window defrost, so it'll blow all the air up on the front window. This will de-ice the back window and the side mirrors. The sync button will make the passenger and rear temperature do whatever the driver's side does. This will do fan speeds up and down. This will change where the vents are going to blow. This will change the temperature in the rear only. If you want to turn off the rear climate control, you can turn the power off right there. If you want to change something only in the rear, you hit rear climate. It'll put a little line there and say rear, and then you can change the fan speed and then where the vents are going to blow and the temperature in the rear only. This will do recirculate on and off. This button does direct air to occupied front seats only. So if there's two people sitting up here, it'll do all the front vents, but if there's just one person, it'll focus on the driver's side vents. Then you have AC on and off right there. This will do the passenger side controls. Then this vehicle does have heated and cooled seats. So you have high, medium, low, and off for the driver's side heated seat, and then high, medium, low, and off for the driver's side cooled seat. Then the passenger controls are right over here. In the top left corner of the radio is your cloud navigation. You do have to have an active subscription for this through Toyota, and then you'll have built-in maps on the radio. It costs $15 per month. Otherwise, you can use your wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to use your phone's navigation on the screen for free. Then you have your music symbol. You have favorites at the top, so it'll show all your presets off to the right. Then you can do tune, where you have FM, AM, and XM. You do get 3 months free XM radio with every new Toyota. So if you go XM channel 57, tune to channel, it'll bring it up for you on the right side there. If you like that station, you want to hit the heart, and it'll put it on your preset list. Down here, you can go channel by channel. You can pause it and back it up if you missed a song. You can even hit notify me, and if you like the song or the artist that's playing, you can check mark it, and it'll tell you if it's playing on any XM station. If you hit the back button, you have FM, AM, and XM. This is for finding music. So if you're looking for XM music and you want rock music, it'll give you all the rock stations right there. The phone tab will just take you to your Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, or Android Auto so you can have all your contacts on the screen. The vehicle tab here, you can do some climate control stuff up on the screen. You can do trip information like ranged empty and miles per gallon that you've been getting. And then you can do vehicle alert. If anything's wrong with the vehicle, it'll tell you right there. Finally, you have the settings tab where you can log into your profile, change the date and time, make all kinds of different vehicle customizations. Up above, you have map light. This will turn all the lights in the vehicle on, all the lights off, and then the one that says door, if it's pushed in, anytime you open a door, the lights will come on. Right here, you have a button to open and close the sunshade for the panoramic sunroof. Over here, you can open and then close the sunroof. And then this one will vent the sunroof up and down. Then you have your SOS Safety Connect button. So if you get a flat tire or have some sort of emergency, you can push this, it'll call Toyota, and they can send help your way. Then this vehicle does have Home Link, so you have 1, 2, and 3 different garage door openers. So if you push this button, you can sync your garage door remote and use that instead. Behind the steering wheel, you have your wipers. If you go up to mist, it'll do one swipe and then back to off. This vehicle does have rain sensing auto wipers, so if you put it in auto, you can adjust the sensitivity of that right here, and if it detects raindrops on the windshield, it'll wipe automatically. Then there's low and high. If you pull this lever towards you, it'll spray and clean the front windshield. If you push it away from you, it'll spray and clean the back window. And then there's a delayed wiper for the back and an on wiper for the back. Over here, you have your headlights. You can go all the way down to DRL off, which is daytime running lights off. No lights at all. Most people leave it on auto. They turn on and off on their own. Then there's park lights and headlights. Forward for high beam, back for low beam. Then you have your fog lights on and off right here. On the right side of the steering wheel, you have mode, which will go through AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth music, all your sources. Then these arrows here will go through your favorite radio station presets, or if you're listening to like Amazon Music, it'll do next song and back a song. This vehicle does have adaptive cruise control. So basically, if you're driving down the highway with the cruise control set at 70 miles per hour and you come up on a car going any slower, it'll automatically sense that car, slow down, and match their speed. To set that, you just get to the speed you want to set it at and hit this top left button right here. It'll say set at 70 miles per hour up on the dash. If you want to bump it up to 72, you can go 1, 2. If you want to go back down to 70, you can go 1, 2. If you want to cancel it, you can hit cancel or tap the brake pedal. You do have a zone selector right here, so you can choose 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that's how close it'll follow the vehicle in front of you. If you don't like the adaptive cruise control, you can hit the mode button, and it'll switch it from adaptive to regular cruise control where it won't slow you down. And then this vehicle does have lane trace assist, so basically if you're driving down the highway with the cruise control set, it'll look ahead in front of you and try to keep the vehicle perfectly centered. If you don't like that, you can turn it off right here. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have a volume control for the radio. Then you have a voice command button. Tune to XM channel 57.
Tuning to Sirius XM channel 57.
Or if you hold this button down for about 3 seconds, it'll bring up your Siri or Google Assistant so you can make phone calls, text messages, things like that. Above it, you have a phone. You can hit this to answer phone calls, hit it again to hang up. Then this is like a clear button. If you ever get a notification up on the screen, that'll clear it. And then you have the left, right, up, and down arrows. This is for customizing your center display. So if you push the right arrow, you'll see at the bottom of the screen there, you have a screen 1, screen 2, and screen 3. And then you can customize each one. So if you hold down the OK button for a few seconds, that'll pop up. You can move over to the left side, change the left side to whatever you want to see, go over to the right side, change that to whatever you want to see. And then if you hit the back button here, it'll kick out of there and you can go back to screen 1, screen 2, and screen 3. On the left side of the dash here, you have your automatic high beams. So basically, if you're driving down the highway at night with your high beams on and you meet a car and forget to dim them, it can sense their headlights and dim them for you automatically. If you like that feature, you want it lit up like that. Then you have a button for your heated steering wheel on and off. This is for the power liftgate, so if you hold it for about 2 seconds, it'll open the liftgate, and if you hold it again, it'll close it. Up here, you have one that says ODO and trip. That'll go through odometer, trip A, and trip B. Next to it, you have one that has an up and down arrow. That will adjust the brightness on your instrument panel. Then down here, there's a lever you can pull towards you to pop the hood, and then next to it, there's one that'll open the fuel door. Finally, on the driver door, you have your window locks. If you turn that on, nobody in the vehicle can roll the windows up or down. Then you have all 4 window switches. They are all one-touch auto up and down, so if you give it a quick push down, it rolls all the way down. If you lift up on it real quick, it'll roll all the way back up. Then you can lock and unlock the doors right there. For adjusting the mirrors, you just turn on the left mirror, move it to where you need it, turn on the right mirror, move it to where you need it, and then if you turn that off, if you bump this, it won't go anywhere. Then this vehicle does have power folding mirrors, so if you hit this top left button right there, it'll fold the mirrors in and they will stay folded in. And then in the top right corner, if you hit the auto button, they will stay folded out, but every time you get out of the car and lock the doors, the mirrors will fold in. Finally, you have memory seats. So you have seat 1, seat 2, and set. So if you get your seat right where you like it, you can push set 1, it'll beep, and then if your seat gets out of position, you can hit number 1, and it'll go right back to where you like it. And that should be all the buttons on this 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander Limited. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.